Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Welcome to jasonnewland.com. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. This is Let Me Bore You to Sleep on Thursday, the 3rd of April 2025. That's 0304 2025. The correct way to write it. Oh, controversial. Ooh. Anyway, hope you are. It's been quite a busy day. Yeah, it's been quite a busy week. Really. In the last 3 days I've been making recordings every day this week, which is pretty good. Pretty good, I suppose. What I do? Let's have a look. Let me have a look. I know I did Monday. So, okay. So this week so far, without a break, how many recordings I've done? I did Sunday, I did Monday, I did Tuesday, and I did Wednesday. And today's Thursday. This sounds like a really crap children's program, isn't it? First of all, then there's Sunday, then there's Monday, then there's Tuesday, and then there's Wednesday. What's next, boys and girls? Can you guess what's the next day of the week's coming up? Tomorrow? Yeah, sound a bit weird. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different because, I like to mix things up slightly. So what I'm going to ask you to do, because basically this is a sleep recording, let me bore you to sleep. I know some people perhaps want to hear what I've got to say, and some people really don't want to hear what I've got to say, and they just want me to bore you to sleep straight away. Get on with it, monkey boy. Which is fine. What I thought we could do is do a little mix and match. A little bit of, little bit of artwork, a little bit of copy and paste. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, do something a little bit different. So I'm going to intertwine with, just talking about what's happened today. Not really much, but something I'll probably mention, with the occasional relaxation bit, maybe a short body scan, maybe a little countdown from 10 to 1 perhaps. And I guess what I would say to you is, if you actually really do wish to fall asleep, and I realise some people might be saying, well, is that the whole point of it? Well, I'm also company. I'm also someone to listen to, hopefully a friendly voice. I'm a friendly voice. Yeah, listen to me, I'm friendly. But hopefully, there's a friendly voice on the other end of, I was going to say the phone, but obviously not the phone. But it can be company. I could be comfort, someone to relax to, someone to feel good to. Like you can have nice feelings when you listen to my voice. Hopefully, I don't like the idea that there's anything but nice feelings. I mean, it could be just equanimous or whatever, where you don't really, neither here nor there, like I don't really have any feelings. It's just, you're some weird Englishman on the phone. See, I'm not on the phone. I've got this idea of being on the phone for some reason. Can't even remember the last time I was on the phone. Oh yes, a few hours ago. So I was thinking, for those that really, really, there's you'd like to fall asleep, and you're not really in the mood to listen to my blibber blabber for too long. And for those that find me just way too interesting, because I'm sure there's nobody out there that feels that way. You never know. My stories are too invigorating and stimulating, and you're on the edge of your bed listening because you just, I don't know, maybe you need to go to do a poo. Who knows? I don't know why. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. And no, I'm not going to talk about how I'm going to do something different right the way through to the end of the recording and then forget about having done something different. Although that is a possibility, to be fair. Because I never know what I'm going to talk about. Never know. Apart from when I do know. I mean, there are times when I do know, as far as, I don't know, if I'm going to talk about a specific thing, then I will know roughly the ballpark of where I'm kind of aiming my attention. But that's about it, really. I don't necessarily, well, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Things just pop out like a ping pong show, but out of my mouth. I mean, a ping pong, okay, moving on. So yeah, I was thinking, what I'm going to ask you to do is try and stay awake. This is a tested and tested. I want to say tested. Normally I'd say tried and tested, but because I just said try and stay awake, I thought I'd say tested first, but it doesn't quite work. So tried and tested technique. Because the more you try and stay awake, which is the opposite, it goes against what we would normally do. It's almost how I don't want to try and stay awake. I want to go bye-byes. Well, just humour me. So it won't be completely silent as always, because Vinny's in the background just plodding around looking for something to be mischievous with. Currently there's no background garden. The garden dwellers are not shouting and stuff at the moment, so that's nice. They've been at it most of the day, so but it's been noisy in this building today because my neighbour's kitchen has been put in, or rather my neighbour's kitchen has been ripped out today. And then another neighbour had music on, probably just to cover up that noise, because they were up and down the stairs about 1,000 times. So it's been fairly heary. Lots of things to hear. So I mean, it's up to you if you want to try to keep your eyes open and try to stay awake. It's up to you. I mean, you can close your eyes and try and stay awake. It's, again, it's up to you. I mean, trying to keep your eyes open, I don't mean that in a sense of straining your eyes, because that's no good. Plus, if you're listening to me, hopefully, you'll, as I say at the beginning of every recording, only listen when you can safely close your eyes. So if you are defying my rule and doing something you shouldn't be doing whilst listening to this, something where you need your eyes open, then I'd say first, just turn this off now, okay? Right, thank you very much, because this is, I'm going to be really focusing on sending you, yeah, I wish I snored like that. I sound like a hippo giving birth. I do when I don't know what a hippo sounds like giving birth, but I imagine it's not quiet. I don't know why. You know, sometimes you just think, no, that wouldn't be quiet. You definitely wouldn't need to tiptoe around in case the hippo heard you, because the hippo is going to be too busy making their own noise. They're not going to hear anything over that. Again, it's just a guess. I've never actually really been near a hippo. Never seen one giving birth. Weird visual, really, isn't it? For some reason, I'm starting to think of some Disney cartoon where the hippo's dancing around in some kind of weird dress for some reason, and a tiara. So I'm going to start off. Let's do a little body scan. So I'm just going to ask you to focus on different parts of your body. And none of these little intersections are going to last long, right? So I'm just going to ask you to focus on your forehead. So you don't want to try and cause your forehead to be relaxed. You're not going to try and cause your eyes that you're now focusing on to, you know, be relaxed and loose, because that just happens naturally as you focus on your jaw, your mouth, your neck, your shoulders, your arms and your hands, your fingers, then moving all the way down your spine, whole of your back, down over your buttocks and down the back of your legs. Now moving down your chest and your stomach, and moving down the front of your legs, all the way down to your feet, your toes, the bottoms of your feet. Right. So just little intersections like that where you can, I mean, you may choose to continue with those feelings and those focuses on noticing how relaxed you feel, even though I'm not asking you to feel relaxed. But sometimes it can just be nice, you know, it's like it happens naturally. That's all. I mean, I like to think that it happens naturally anyway when you listen to these recordings, because that is part of what I do here. I mean, really, even though I do call them "Let Me Bore You to Sleep," I could just as well give them a much longer title. Let me bore you to sleep. Let me bore your anxiety away. Let me bore you into relaxation. Let me bore your chronic pain, reduce that away. And, you know, it could be a really long title. And I like the idea that these recordings perhaps can be useful for all that stuff, if for no other reason other than being a distraction. Sometimes just a distraction's enough to have a positive effect on our body and our minds. And that slowing down of your brain kind of happens anyway. Slowing down of your mind happens naturally, because especially I think when you're listening to this recording, listening to my super exciting voice, it's probably not that stimulating in a way where it would get your mind like racing around, like, ooh. It's possibly the opposite to that. And when you're focusing on my words, even though you may find that your mind is kind of drifting off, I mean, my mind drifts off, so I can't exactly complain, can I? Like, I can't believe it, you should be listening to me. Why is your mind drifting? And then I remember, well, my mind drifts probably about 70% of the time when I'm talking. So, well. And I think it's natural, really, for our minds just to slow down. I mean, mine's pretty much slow most of the time. I sometimes think I'm just moving in slow motion. So today was weird. Not the last 3 days really, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my neighbour's, so he's having a new kitchen. It started today. So I spoke to him on Monday and I said, I'll help you move your stuff out of your kitchen, because everything, the kitchen has to be completely empty before they get there on Thursday, which is today. So I say to him, I'll come round tomorrow afternoon and I'll help you move some of the stuff. I mean, he'd already started, so I got there Tuesday afternoon. He'd already started to move some stuff, and there was way more things that I thought there would be. He had cupboards that haven't been touched. I mean, I'll give you an idea. There was a drawer with newspapers in going back to 2003. 2003. And I remember counting them. There was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even eight papers, and I don't know why he was saving them. I think he forgot they were in there. But he also got football brochures, you know, from football games going back decades. So, because that's his passion, football and sports. But they were all in really good, they were like in plastic and looked after. I'll tell you what I did find. I found a disc, AOL internet disc, unopened. I mean, AOL internet disc, let me have a look. We're talking probably late 90s. AOL internet setup disc. You may need to order an what? Really? Are they still around? Are they? Blimey. Order a CD-ROM to install AOL. CD-ROM? Laptops don't even come with CD things anymore. Blimey. So connecting to AOL using dial-up. So I don't know how long he had it. I'm going to look at some images. Start your free AOL trial today. Oh, discover air for Windows 3.1 and Mac. So Windows 3.1. When was Windows 3.1? Windows 3.1. Windows. Oh my goodness. Released in 1992. So that AOL was probably late 90s, because we didn't really have much in the way of the internet in this country, like in people's homes, till the late 90s. Yeah, and it was, I never even heard of the internet until probably 98, 97. Yeah, 97. No, I had, but I didn't really understand what it was. And I think before that period, it was more businesses were using it. But that might have just been that I was very slow. I was slow to the party, perhaps. Yeah. Wow. So I wonder how much it's worth. For sale. Unopened. Unopened. I was thinking that he might have a. Okay, £4.63. Maybe it's not worth that much then. Oh dear. Here's me thinking that it was going to be. I mean, it's an old one. It is a definite. Oh, I found it. And it's exactly so. It's the Windows 3.1. I wonder if it's Windows 3.1. Some people might collect them, might they? Oh, right. Vintage AOL Vintage Internet Installation CD, 1999. 9.28 on eBay. So yeah, this is not going to be. Yeah, it's not a lottery win, put it this way. Never mind. That reminds me, God, just those times back in. I used to listen to a lot of CDs back then, late 90s, like relaxation CDs, things like that. And there was one, what was her name? Meryl. Ooh, Meryl. See Meryl. Meryl. I found it once and then I lost it again. It was classic for relaxation. Maybe it was mindfulness. Maybe it was I think it was a body scan. Body scan. Body scan. Body scan. If I put in body scan, maybe that will help. Redfield. Is it Redfield? Redfield. Meryl Redfield. Okay, let's go back. Meditation. The Celestial Meditation. Sally Meryl Redfield. Ah, that's the one. That is the one. Blimey. Sally Meryl Redfield. Now, this might be the one, the Celestine meditations, a guide to meditation. So that might be it. All I know, it might be The Joy of Meditation, a beginner's guide to the art of meditating. Maybe that's the one. The Joy of Meditation. Sally Merrill, I think it is the one. I think it is the one. Let's have a look. Okay. Joy of Meditation, Audible audiobooks. The Joy of Meditation, a beginner's guide to the art of meditation. I'm just going to save that because that's bugged me for ages. I did find it once and I found it again. Oops. Right. So it's saved. I've saved it on a bookmark. I listened to it every day for ages and ages and ages. And it might not be the one I'm thinking, because she's also got other stuff. But got an amazing voice, very soft, very gentle. So when was that? What year was that? 19... No. Oh, it doesn't have a year. You'd think it would do. All the others have a year, but this one doesn't. Oh, it's available as a book as well. Okay. Never mind. Oh, it's time to do a little countdown. Shall we do a countdown? Do. Right. I'm just going to count down from 10 down to 1. And I'll just continue with the recording. So, if this might make it much harder to stay awake if that's what you were trying to do. Okay, so starting with 10. Noticing your body is heavier. 9. Your mind is more peaceful. 8. Not really caring about any background sounds. 7. Noticing that you're feeling quite good. 6. Being aware of that space inside your mind that's very peaceful. 5. Feeling calmer and calmer. 4. Letting go of everything. 3. Peaceful and slow. 2. Your mind continues to drift even further. 1. Continue that relaxation as I continue to talk. Yeah. So Tuesday, what I did is So I went in my, as I said, my neighbour's flat. We got rid of 5 bags of rubbish, ready for the dustman people to collect on the next day. I moved a few of his things into the living room and into his bedroom from the kitchen. But what we had left in there was a washing machine that's not plugged in, a cooker which doesn't work, a fridge that doesn't work, and a freezer on top that works fine but it's rusty on the outside. So, but also there was still drawers full of stuff. A few drawers, like one cupboard and a drawer, and it was all personal letters and personal information. You know, I don't know, like just personal stuff. So I said, well, you can go through that, because all the other stuff was just old magazines and, you know, things like that, old papers. So I said, well, you can, that's your personal stuff, so go through that yourself, and then choose what you want to keep and what you want to chuck out. And he did that. So I went round last night or yesterday afternoon to see what he'd done. Had he moved everything? Had he got rid of all this stuff that he needed to get rid of? And he had pretty much cleared the drawer, but there was still a fair bit of stuff in there. And I said to him, should we try and move the white goods out and maybe put them in the hallway or put them into your bedroom? Or, and he said, no, I'm going to let them do it tomorrow. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. I said, okay, fair enough. I said, if they won't move it, you know, if they don't want to move the stuff, then just give me a shout and I'll help you move it. Or I'll help them move it. That's fine. None of it's heavy, apart from the washing machine. That's a bit blimey. It's needless to say, that one, and they're always heavy. So heavy. Blimey. I can imagine they feel very relaxed a lot of the time, washing machines. I mean, they do a lot, don't they? Then they just chill out for a few days. Still and calm. So it's, I'm not sure what utensil or what I would want to be if I had to be one, if I had to choose. I mean, a washing machine, probably not. A fridge, I wouldn't want to be a freezer, it's a bit too cold. A fridge, I'm quite cool, quite chilled out, so maybe a fridge. The problem is, I think the light goes out when you close a fridge, doesn't it? So maybe it'd be quite hard to read in there. Then you've got the cooker, a bit too hot. Although his one doesn't work, so it wouldn't really make that much difference. There's the air fryer. They were so handy, those air fryers. They really are. I got one now. I've had one for quite a while now. And it's just a cheapy one, but it's definitely, it's just so easy to use. And what else? I think that is, oh yeah, the freezer and the fridge. I wouldn't want to be a clock. Mind you, maybe being a clock, because there's a clock in the kitchen, maybe being a clock as opposed to staring at a clock is two different things. Because if you are a clock, you're not looking at yourself, are you? You're looking out. I guess it's almost like you're in control of time. kind of in a weird way. Hmm. Hmm. So we did that, and there was, oh, what was it? What was this? What? Anyway, he couldn't. So I see him today, and he sort of, they were here quite early, about 8 o'clock, and sort of taking everything out of the kitchen, but they left all the white goods in there. I think they might have moved some of it out and put it back in. And it's probably going to be about 10 days all in all, because they don't come every day. They just, one day electricians come, then maybe a few days later something else comes and they put the cabinets in, and then a few days later the tiler comes and puts the tiles on, and someone does the flooring. So it's probably about a 10-day job, but I mean, literally probably only about a 3-day job, but like 10 days because they're doing lots of different jobs all around the place. So he said to me that his card wasn't working in the machine. His card in the ATM. So we're going to need to order a new card, and could I lend him £100? Which is not an issue, regarding not. I know I've done it before. Yeah, I know I get it back, but I don't have £100 to lend him. So I was thinking, this is a bit embarrassing. It was only going to be until his new card got through. But I said, look, let's just, basically what it is because he gets his food delivered, and he's got a friend that delivers food, and he gives her £100 to deliver the food, or to buy the food for him. And I think he spends like £100 a month, so I don't know how he manages to get by on £100 a month. I really don't, to be honest. It's not even enough for a week's food. Mind you, 25 of that would be for Vinny. $45 would be for chocolate. So he spends more than that because probably because he gets sandwiches and stuff, and he gets fish and chips and things. So not that what he spends is anyone's business, but the thing is, I was like, oh, it's a bit awkward. And I said, well, let's go to the cash point machine together. And it turned out he needed 70, not 100, because he had 30. So I went to the cash point with him, and I said, let's just, because it might be the cash point machine. It's a new card. He's only had the card for like a month or two. So there's no reason, because I helped him order the last one. There's no reason why he shouldn't be working. Possibly it's the machine. So what we'll do, I walked up there with him, and he basically just didn't put the card in. He didn't push it in far enough. A notice came on and pushed the card harder. So I took a run up to it and just pushed it, and it went in. And it worked fine then, so I just let him do what he needed to do, and I didn't need to go there myself, didn't need to go into the machine myself. But on the way there, we was just walking down the little pathway on the main road, and he was talking to me, and I said, I can't hear you. And he carried on talking. I said, I can't hear you. It's like lorries going past. I'm trying to focus on keeping Vinny out of the road, because all he wants to do is run in the road or trip me up. And I got him yabbering on behind me, like, I can't. And in the end, when I got to the petrol station, I said, I can't hear you when you're talking. I can hear your voice, but I can't hear what you're saying. I don't know if he thought I was being rude, but I was like, I can't. And he didn't stop talking the whole time. I just could not hear him. I could hear him talking. I could hear blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not saying he goes blah, 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 blah. It's more wee. No, he doesn't. But he doesn't sound like a Muppet. I'm not saying he sounds like a Muppet. But what I'm saying, no, he's just, I couldn't hear him, literally. I couldn't hear what he was saying. Because it's like a very, very thin pavement. It's pretty much big enough for one person without any bags. If you've got bags, if you're holding bags, there's a chance that the car will go past and hit your bag. If anything's even marginally in the road, it might get hit by a car because the cars are so close to the pavement. It's not really a proper pavement. It's sort of countryside kind of pavement. I'm moving my fingers up and down so you know what I mean, but that's probably not going to be helpful as I'm not on a video. Why don't you do videos anymore? You were doing them, you were so dedicated, but now you don't. Well, you know. No, I don't know. Come on, tell me. What? I don't know really. It's one of those things. Because I did the videos. And if I do a video of me on camera, so I don't understand why. But when I do a video of me on camera, especially doing a relaxation session, it gets more likes than anything else, and it gets more views than anything else that I do. But then, going back to, I say, Sunday summary last week, not this one, just gone, but Sunday summary this week. Oh, it's Sunday papers, isn't it? Yeah, get hardly anything on YouTube. Unless I put a video on there. Doesn't get much. It's just one of them things. I mean, really, I guess if I was a bit more, I really should make more videos, shouldn't I? I'm just looking at the stats and it's embarrassing. Because when there's a video, whether it's to let me bore your pain away, let me bore your anxiety away, let me bore you to sleep, whether it's relaxation, the videos on YouTube with me on them get more. And I don't understand that, because why would anyone want to look at me? What difference does it make? It's the same audio, regardless whether I'm on camera or not. But the ones where I'm on camera just get a lot more views. And I don't understand. I thought, if anything, it would be more relaxing not having my funny face in front of you. That's kind of my perspective of it. But because I started doing videos again. When did I start doing videos again? Like videos again, back in... Okay, let's go back. It was the beginning of this year. Okay. It was January. So I started doing more regular videos. Yeah, it was January. January 2nd, was it January, or was there more? Was it before that? Yeah, 2nd of January. I've got a baldy head there. Oh, I do look ever so handsome. Yeah, before that it was all just images on the video. I mean, some of them are still getting views, but yeah, it's a bit, I don't understand it. I think what I do is as far as the algorithm goes with YouTube, the algorithm doesn't know what the heck I'm doing. Am I doing vlogs, which they would class Let Me Bore You to Sleep as, I suppose, just me chatting? Am I doing that? Or am I doing hypnosis? And if I'm doing hypnosis, am I doing hypnosis for sleep? Or am I doing it for chronic pain relief? And am I doing whisper, ASMR, or just normal talking? You know, I think it kind of is a little bit muddled, which is not their fault. It's not YouTube's fault, because if I just stuck to one thing, like just one thing, I would have more views on YouTube. In fact, if I just said from now on all I'm going to do is to Let Me Bore You to Sleep, which I kind of love to do, to be honest. That's the only thing I really enjoy. That's the thing I enjoy the most, rather. But then I include Let Me Bore Your Pain Away in that category. YouTube, I might just lose all my subscribers on YouTube. I don't know. When I've currently got 1,546. Now, if I just made videos only of deep sleep whisper recordings, the subscribers would go up. If I did one every day, it would go up by a lot. Quite, I say quickly, but it would just definitely rise, because pretty much whenever I do a new recording with me on there, with me on the screen, like a hypnosis deep sleep whisper thing, I generally get a fairly decent number of people viewing it. I mean, the last one I did was a most relaxing ASMR YouTube video. And I mean, it's not a lot. I didn't get like huge amounts. I got 435 views. That was about 2 weeks. Blimey, 24th of March. It seems like ages ago. 24th of March. That's only a few days ago, isn't it? 24th of March. Blimey, 24th of March. It's just over a week ago. It feels like weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, that one, the most relaxing ASMR YouTube video, 24th of March, 435 views, 22 likes, 100% likes, and it lasted 1 hour and 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And it's me just, I don't know, talking about something, or you're whispering about something. And then the one before that, when I did the Whisper Wednesday ASMR, that was me on camera. I got 240 views and 9 likes. But then if we go down to some of the Let Me Bore You to Sleeps, they do get more views if I'm on camera, as opposed to if I do like just a picture. And the Let Me Bore Your Pain Away recordings, not so popular, which is a shame because they're the ones that in some ways really mean a lot to me. So I got Breathing Relaxation, 8th of March, 265 views, 7 likes. So that's not a lot of likes, is it? And then the 6th of March, so that's a couple of days earlier, Body Scan, 543 views, 12 likes. And then Counting Down to Sleep, 3rd of March, 532 views, 22 likes. Okay. Just going down to any of the ones that are like in the hundreds. Chilling Out, which is deep sleep, 263, 18th of Feb, 7 likes. Okay, Windy Body Scan, 290 views, 13 likes. That was the 14th of February. Okay, 13th of February, I have a... Blimey, I did 2 recordings on the 3rd. No. What? According to this, 13th of February, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No way, I did 5 different recordings. Increase, it's probably, no, probably not. I probably, oh, okay. No, because I did a 10-hour version as well. Fair enough. But that's still a lot. 522. 522. Why are you hiding? Okay, no, I recorded on the 12th, but I released it on the 13th. So I have Being Here Now, which was the 13th, 7 likes, 413 views, and then I've got Increased Comfort, 262 views, 6 likes. Then I got Non-Sequential Body Scan, 518 views, 14 likes. Yeah, so, but the 10-hour one got 156 views. Perhaps I need to go back to that, doing a 10-hour version. Perhaps I could start learning from what I've done. Confused to Sleep, 7th of February, 350 views and 12 likes. Focus on Your Hand, so that's another hypnosis recording, 166 views, 3 likes. Being in the Moment, 223 views, 1st of February, 9 likes. Oh, here's one, it's a bit more. Thanking Your Body, this was 28th of January, 407 views, 14 likes. I'm just going down. Okay. Just see if there's any. There's still some others that are in the double figures, but yeah, that was it since I started making. Let's see if there's any others. Nope. And if I click on views, these are the most popular videos since I've had this channel. It's an old video, but it's number 23, relaxation hypnosis for stress and anxiety, 1,645 views and 45 likes. I should revisit that and just see what it is that I did there, because that's from like probably 2000, 2017, 2018. Oh, I look less. To be fair, I was pink then as well, so I've just got a pink face. I wish I was white. I wish I was pale. Do you know, like Johnny Depp, that kind of paleness almost? Yeah, that'd be nice. But I'm not. I've got a... I always look like I've just come in from the cold. You know? It's like whenever I go to the toilet and like I've just literally walked into a freezer and I walk back out again, like, oh, okay. Just topping up the tan. Power cuts let me bore you to sleep. For some reason, 801 views with 15 likes. I got no idea why that got so many views. I'm thinking maybe it was a good recording. It's number 913. It was 28th of October 2022. What on earth did I talk about? I'm going to have to check that out. Maybe it's funny. It might be. Calm Mind. So these are all videos with me on them, like where I'm talking on them. Calm Mind, 808 views. That's weird. I think the other one was more popular because it had... Oh no. How strange. I wonder why. Wonder why it's in that order then. Power Cuts 801, Calm Your Mind 808 with 23 likes. So technically that should be at the top. And you got 672 views for number 1 Sleep Hypnosis Weekly, 13 likes. That was from... I've got no idea when that was from. I do actually have a Jason Chats Shaving Me Head, which lasted 15 minutes and 50 seconds, where I shaved my head, and 575 views. How strange. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to move around a bit. Oh, we'll do a little body scan. And I'll move on and I'll tell you some more of these stats. A little body scan. This time I'm just going to move a little bit more random with the body parts. Again, it's only going to be short. I'm 5'8", I've got no choice. Right. I like to focus just on your hands. Now focus on your knees. Focus on your chest. Focus on your eyes. Maybe your right eye first, then your left eye. Focus on your feet and your toes. Or you can just focus on parts of your legs. Focus on your back. Focus on the back of your neck. I like to move my head around a little bit just generally, really, just it's one of my little hobbies. I was hoping to turn it into a career, but just couldn't find a job doing it. When you consider how heavy the head is, the neck is pretty amazing, supporting the weight of your head. And the balance, it's an amazing, amazing thing, the neck. I'm not here to big up the neck. Like, all the different parts are great. I just have a little bit of affection for the neck. You could say I'm a neck man. A neck man. I'm got to be the first person to ever say that. Oh, I just love ears. I love ears as well. Oh, ribs. I'll tell you what I like to do. This is something, again, I'm not trying to get you to relax or feel calm and loose. Now, there's a weird thing that it's not weird really, but I like to there's a space, I would say it's kind of behind my eyes. When I focus on it, everything is peaceful. And there's a certain feeling that grows. I guess it's a sense of well-being, maybe. Just, where everything just drops off. Not literally, but, there's no stress, no tension. And it just feels nice. It's like a nice feeling. And just by talking about it, because I'm moving my hands around a little bit, even though I'm 48% Irish, I think I might have a bit of Italian in me, the way I talk with my hands. Mind you, I don't know. You'd think you think that Italians would make the best ventriloquists, wouldn't you? Just move my hands around, pretending. No, maybe not. I thought about being a ventriloquist once. And I did get a ventriloquist dummy. I've got a video of it somewhere. The problem is, it's quite distracting. It is. And Vinny didn't like it. He kept attacking it. Okay. The dummy kept attacking Vinny. That's why he didn't like it. It was a duck. Was it a duck? Or a cat? A duck? If it was a cat, that'd explain it. Vinny doesn't like cats. It might be a duck. I can't remember. It's in the storage. I don't know what it was. But it was quite weird to just hold my arm up, because I had to put my arm up. It's, inside it. And just, it was a little bit tiring on the arm to hold it up there for an hour, not resting on anything. It was just weird, just strange. Oh dear. I don't normally yawn at the end of the recordings, normally at the beginning. I used to do that when I did live sessions with people, with groups. I'd just yawn. Just had to let the yawns out so that I didn't fall asleep. Although sometimes I did nearly fall asleep. And I kind of jolt awake, jumping out of the chair and saying, I didn't touch your lawnmower. I didn't. And looking around and all these people staring at me. That was all right. I just said, close your eyes. That never happened. I don't never be near a lawnmower. I have no grass to cut. Think about gravy granules. Ooh. You know, something like that as a distraction. It didn't work, but I felt like there was a degree of creativity there. A slight amount. I'm now thinking of orange peel for some reason. It's weird how the mind works, isn't it? It's almost like my mind's saying, no more. Just chill out now. I think it's my fault for doing the little body scans and counting down and almost sort of sending myself a little bit sleepy. Yeah. I think Vinny's asleep. I can't see where he is. I think he's probably... Oh, I got this blanket. He loves it. Loves a blanket. It's the one that I put over the settee to make it look less dishevelled. But now I put it on the floor and he just loves it. It's so comfy. On the way back from the petrol station, I was with a neighbour and Vinny, and I saw Del Boy, he sells stuff on the market, and I said, you got a fridge or fridge freezer? Because my neighbour needs a new one. And he said, do you want a fridge or a fridge freezer? I said, well, one, but we're both. I said, no, I got a fridge or I've got a fridge or a freezer, but I don't have both together. They're not joined. I said, well, that's what we want though. We want one that's joined. Then my neighbour said, what do you mean we? I said, well, that's what he wants. Isn't that what you want? He said, yeah, but don't make out we're living together. I said, wasn't making out we're living together. Just say, I'm just trying to help you. He said, well, try and do it without embarrassing me in public. I said, I wasn't trying to embarrass you. I just trying to help. He said, okay, I'll let you off this once. I said, let me off. And so he left, but then Del Boy had all this stuff to take out of his car. He was trying to sell us his car. I don't want a car, I want a fridge freezer. How am I going to fit the car in the kitchen? We laughed. He didn't laugh, but I laughed, because I thought it was mildly humorous. My neighbour didn't laugh either. Yeah, maybe it wasn't that funny. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned it. Oh well. So I helped him empty his car of all these things that he had. I put them onto his trailer, and my neighbour held Vinny tightly, because unfortunately Vinny's got a habit of trying to escape. Then we walked home and saw another person that's had the dog. One of Vinny's friends, Noodles. So they had Noodles was off the lead, but Vinny can't be off the lead. So they were like playing around with each other a bit, but it's not the same. But when they get together, I think they egg each other on to be naughty. They really do. They love each other, but there's a real kind of, I don't know. And Noodles is better behaved, so he does come back when he's told. Vinny completely ignores me or can't hear me when he's off the lead. I think it might be a mixture of both. I like to think that he's not just ignoring me, but I like to think I'm 6'5", you know. There's lots of things I like to think. Me. That's the whole day, really. It's pretty much done. Came home. It's now 2 minutes past 7 p.m. Gonna have me dinner. I'll probably try to edit this before I go to bed. It's still light outside. That's just nice. 7 in the evening and it's still light. I think it's light till about 7:30, which is good. Yeah, I mean, Vinny's been out 3 times today, so he's had 3 walks, so he's fine. He's had a nice little time out. So I think before we go to bed, he can just go in the garden, do wee-wees in there. So what I'll do is I'll get some food and watch a bit of telly or something like that, and then tomorrow I have Q&A Friday. Yeah, I've already got, my tummy's rumbling and so what have I got here? I've got, any questions for this week's Q&A Friday? That's on my Jason Newland's Boring Group on Facebook. I have, from the looks of this, 5 questions. 5 questions? Let's have a look. Well, 4 questions and then 1 comment on one of the questions. Which reminds me, you can listen on my website to my podcasts. In some ways, it's the best place to listen, I think, but that's just it's because you can search for stuff and it's every single latest recording is on there. So I go to jasonnewland.com and it's basically my podcast. That is the website, it's a podcast. And you can play at a different speed. You can download it, play it, and then listening to it later. It tells you how large the file is, how long it lasts for, when it was recorded. You can go back 10 seconds or go forward 30 seconds. The speed is right 0.75, so it's down, go down, go backwards, so it's slower. Then you've got 1.25 times, 1.5 times and 2 times the speed. So if I'm going too fast, you can slow it down a little bit, but if I'm going too slow, you can speed it up by twice the speed. So that It's for those that prefer that. Also, it means that you get to listen to it in half an hour instead of an hour, if it's an hour-long recording. Yeah. And that, I do believe, is that. I do believe is the end of this recording. I don't even know how long I've been talking for. It doesn't seem like a long time. Maybe an hour, maybe less. Maybe it's one of those shorter recordings. I don't know. I'm not sure. But you haven't talked about anything. You haven't said anything. Welcome to the podcast. Do I ever? I don't know. Maybe sometimes I do. I mean, tomorrow, the Q&A Friday is probably the most focused, let me bore you to sleep recording that I do. Kind of. At least it should be, on paper. My tum-tum's gurgling. I think it's time to be fed. Fed. So, thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy. And please be gentle with yourself, because you also deserve to feel safe. Lots of love.